Recent weeks, both a 12 and 14-year-old died after shooting a gun. So could there be a criminal case against the person who owns the firearm? In this week's Legal Lens, attorney Andrea McNary talks about the laws that are on the book with Fox 2's Vic Faust.
How can these crimes with a gun and a minor be investigated or charged and prosecuted?
So there's really two contexts we're talking about. First, as far as prosecution, you're talking about the criminal context of the case. And so a minor can be charged either as a juvenile or as an adult for knowingly shooting a firearm at someone unless it's in self-defense. However, if you claim that you unknowingly fired or shot a firearm, or you didn't know that you were shooting a firearm, there can still be some criminal repercussions for adults, parents, or other adults who allowed uh, potential access to that firearm for endangering the welfare of a child. So a adult that allowed access to a firearm can either be charged with a Class A felony or a Class B felony, depending on if it was knowingly allowed or if it was just criminally allowed.
So that would be criminal negligence?
It would.
What about from a civil standpoint when parents are involved?
So, obviously civil cases have a lower burden of proof. It's not beyond a reasonable doubt, it's just more likely than not. So there is something called the Parental Responsibility Act, where a parent can be liable in civil actions for any judgment entered against their minor child, meaning if a minor is sued for causing personal injury or death to another person and a judgment is rendered, the parent is liable for paying that judgment.
When it comes to a situation like that, does it seem like we're having more of those right now, or is it just broadcasted?
I think statistically we are having more. The best advice and what most responsible gun owners would tell you is that you just really have to be careful with responsibly restricting access to them and making sure that people cannot just access them without an adult supervision or the owner's supervision.
Vic Faust, Fox 2 News.